After watching the video, I began to think to myself, I was like, where was I at September 11th? And then, I remember, September 11th, I was still in high school, actually. I was in the 10th grade. So, you do a little math, you can figure out my age. For those of you that don't know. Okay, and I do recall we didn't know what was going on in the beginning. Nobody could explain. We actually found out about it late in the day. It's amazing that we didn't, I don't believe we found out until what was going on till maybe after lunchtime that this had even occurred. And, I went to a small school in a small town in rural Georgia, so some way or another, they kept it from us. And, it was almost time to go home before the students of Warren County High School actually knew. Or I won't even say the students, but before I even knew what was going on, I didn't know. Nobody said anything or what have you. And, this was one of the things that really started making me think about joining the military, which I did after graduating high school. I did join the Army National Guard, and I did serve for 2 years. A lot of people don't know that, until I was subsequently, I left, for reasons. I was discharged from the Army. But that was one of my main reasons for going, because I knew that the country was in turmoil at the time. My father served in Saudi Arabia. He was gone for almost a year and a half. So I know what it feels like for, to lose. You can lose somebody in a lot of ways. You can lose somebody through death. You can lose somebody through distance. And, as someone that did grow up with their father in the household, that was something difficult for me to lose my father for that length of time. And I do remember that very vividly. There's not a lot of things that I remember about my younger childhood, but I very much remember the time that my father was gone from me. And, my heart goes out to everyone that lost anybody that had anything to do with 9/11. I'm one of the few people that can honestly say that when 9/11 happened, there was no one in my family that I know of that was affected, directly by it. So my heart truly goes out to everyone that was. I was one of the ones, that didn't have to deal with it. It was still a traumatic situation for the country as a whole, because we didn't know what was going to happen. Nobody knew what was going to happen. Nobody knew what was going to be next. Nobody knew anything. And, I think it's just time for us to open up our eyes as a country. Because we're always going other places, and we do these horrible wars, and we fight, we kill, we demolish, we blow up stuff. But what would we do if it came here? Nobody's ready for that. And, so on 9/11, I just want to send my sincerest prayers to the family of the people that were lost, to the families that were affected, to everyone. I want to thank our armed soldiers, everyone, all the military, enlisted, retired, everyone, for what you did for our country. That we may sleep a little safer at night, and that we have peace just a little while longer. And, take this time, reflect. Don't use it as a sad time. Just be happy, that we came through it. Everybody didn't make it. But at the end of the day, America is still America.